Hey everyone, I hope that you are having a good week, continuing to pray for you and praying that you're experiencing God in significant ways, wherever you are in life and whatever might be happening. I want to share in a little bit different way today. You can see that my background here is a little bit dark, and I did that on purpose. And one of the reasons for that is I just know that right now there's a lot of heaviness that people are feeling. You could even say there's a feeling of just weight and darkness in a lot of ways because of the division that's going on in our world, because of so many topics that people are divided on and yet have strong feelings about, because of the hyper individualization that's going on. And so today, what I wanted to remind us of is I think we all need reminders of God's goodness and God's beauty, even in the midst of dark or hard times. So, the first thing that I wanted to ask you today is obviously, we are almost to the national election that will be on Tuesday. I want to invite us to be in prayer about that and to be lifting it before God, but to remind us that no matter what the outcome of the election may be, one thing that does not change is God's goodness and how you and I are invited to live into that goodness. And so there's two things I wanted to share with you today. The first one is this. Maybe some of you have seen this probably in the past, and I'm just going to hold this up as best I can. I've shared this a little bit in the past in some other times that I've shared with you, but this is a painting that was given to me many years ago when Jen and I lived in England, and I keep it in my office as a constant reminder of God's goodness and God's beauty. I just love the artwork here. It was a friend of ours who gave this to us. But you'll see as you look at the picture, first of all, I personally I think it's beautiful. When I look at this, I'm reminded of the person who made it and the beautiful person they are. But you'll see as you look carefully at it that there's a leading, that there's a way being made. I trust that. It's a reminder to me that Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. And no matter what's going on in our world, Christ will always provide a way forward. And so I just offer that to you, that just as it's a helpful reminder to me in my own office and my daily life, may it be a reminder to you that no matter where we are, no matter how dark things may be, no matter how it may feel, this God that we serve always provides a way. The second thing that I wanted to share with you, any of you who have heard of the author N.T. Wright, an acquaintance of mine shared this quote from a recent work that he did and talks about God's beauty. And I think it speaks so powerfully to where we are right now in our culture, that who we are supposed to be as followers of Jesus. And I wanted to share these words with you. So I hope you can hear these, and these are words of encouragement today. It said this: Yet into this brokenness, and we're all living in forms of brokenness, into this brokenness comes a God who seems to care deeply about beauty. A God who, according to the Bible, created the heavens and the earth to tell of his glory. Not because he needed us to admire that glory, but because the glory was a true outflowing of his own generous love. And what's more, this God dares to whisper to us, even in the midst of our fractured, divided world, that we are created in his own image, and that this God reflecting vocation can be and is being restored. Again, that's from N.T. Wright. And I just offer those words to you today. And church, now more than ever, when there's some darkness, when there's some division around us, we need to offer God's beauty. And so we do that by humbly loving God and loving others while living into the truth and convictions of what it means to be a follower of Jesus Christ. Thank you for being a church that wants to keep its eyes on Christ and not get sidetracked by division. Thank you for being a church willing to walk in humility and not just say it has to be my way. Thank you for being a church offering glimmers of hope in our community, whether that's the over 40 students that we've been serving through our learning site at the North Campus with Camp Susqua, whether that's the hundreds of meals during this COVID time we've been handing out, whether that's individuals reaching out and just checking in on others to make sure they're okay. Thank you for offering God's beauty in this time. It is powerful, and it makes more of a difference than you know. First Church, you are in my prayers, and I thank God for you, and we continue together seeking God's beauty and living God's beauty. And I hope that today, no matter what weight you may feel, no matter what division in our world, Let us keep our eyes fixed on Christ, who always provides a way forward. Can't wait to worship with you this weekend, church. Blessings to you all. Let us continue in prayer. Let us continue with eyes on Christ. Take care. Have a great week.